How you guys doing today out there? This is Trey with Real Property Engagements, and don't forget this is a commitment, oath, and obligation from me to you. Okay, so today, guys, I brought you guys out here to the park. One of my nice parks I like to come to for a little bit of peace and tranquility. Okay, so in the midst of all that, it popped. It came to my head. Debt to income ratio. Okay, I had a buddy who, we got into some type of discussion. I won't really say it was a debate, but it was some discussion over how the money a person makes per month and the money a person keeps, has a lot to do with that person's worth, that person's financial status. Okay, so I got into with him. I started sharing with him ideas of, how it really didn't necessarily matter how much money you made per month. It was all about the money you kept. It was all about, okay, I get it. You make $100K a year. But if you got $5,000 going out a month in expenses, then that's pretty bad, right? Or if you got $10,000 a month going out in expenses, that's all your money, right? Well, $5,000, that's like, let's just say that's half your money. And let's just say that leaves you with, we're just rounding things off here. Let's just say that leaves you with a 50% debt to income ratio. That 50% debt to income ratio is still considered high to the banks, because the banks, they want to see, lenders, they want to see, 33% and lower. They want to see, kind of going off of that 30% rule in your debt to credit. They want to kind of see the same percentages there when you're looking at debt to income. Okay, so what I want to share with you guys today is the ability to pay attention to your debt to income. Okay, sorry about this, guys. I'm getting something off my computer. The ability to pay attention to your debt to income. Okay, pay attention to your money, the money you're making. Okay, versus the money you're using for expenses, or vice versa. The money you're using for expenses, okay, that debt there, that's coming out monthly, versus the bread, the money, the green, the fatty that you're keeping. Okay, all right. So if you can control these two things, and keep an eye on these two things and keep them under control, then you have more control of your financial future. Okay, because then that way, things are already answered in your head. If something comes up financially and you want to do something, let's say you want to go out. Okay, if you constantly train yourself to believe that, okay, hey, I'm going to pay attention to my debt to income and I don't want it to exceed this limit, then you're going to already have an answer to yourself when it comes, when it's time to spend money. Okay, you're going to be able to tell yourself, well, hey, I want to keep my debt to income at a good pace, at a good rate. So this month I won't put so much money towards this. Okay, for people out there with bad debt to income ratios, people out there with 80% debt to income ratio, they making all this money, but yet still most of their money is getting taken out with bills. Okay, so with people out there, all you guys got to do is not forget about leverage. So not forget about, credit, but you guys have to improve your debt to income. So start to look at bills that you can live without. It might be cable. Okay, I have cable personally, but it might be cable. Okay, it might be going to get these extra pair of shoes, or it might be going out with your buddy like you always do, or it might be something very petty that you do monthly that is working as a disadvantage towards your debt to income. Okay, so your debt to income is huge because you want to take some of this money. You know, I'm a credit guy, so you want to take, and I'm a leverage guy, you know, a passive income guy. So you want to take this money you're making, right? Whether it be at McDonald's, whether it be at, you know, a really good dentist job, medical field, police, whatever. You want to take this money you're making monthly, okay? And you don't want to just spend it on expenses, okay? Some of that money has to be put up towards some type of investment. Okay, some people, only investment they have is 401k. Okay, some people, you know, other people, they got businesses that they're building. Okay, other people, they gamble. Okay, so it's so many different ways to skin this cat. Okay, but the whole moral of the picture is, you after spending all this money on bills per month. Okay, whether you're a clock in type of person, whether you work or not, after spending all this money on expenses, even if it's not bills, even if it's just eating, okay, how much money do you have left over? Okay, that's the biggest question to yourself. And once you can figure that out, once you can figure out your debt to income ratio, figure out how to improve it. Improve it by saving and cutting back on things you need to you can do without. Okay, after that, figure out how you can improve your credit. You know, I had to slide that in there, people, because credit, you can use it as leverage, and it's so imperative. Okay, so important that you guys understand this. Okay, you can take, let's talk about a person with an 80%, a horrible debt to income ratio, 80% debt to income ratio. You can take that, okay, improve your debt to income ratio, make it 50%, make it 40%, you know, eliminate some bills, and then you can take that rest of the money that you were using towards the miscellaneous stuff, right, that you could have did without. You can start using it towards credit repair. Okay, you can get your credit repaired, restored, replenished, and then you can go ahead and leverage that good credit for other income producing assets. Okay, all right, that's it, guys. Or you can leverage that credit towards business credit to help fund your business. Maybe you might like selling shoes, or you might like doing tattoos, or you might like, you know, being whoever you want to be. All right. So at the end of the day, people, just learn how to take a little bit and make a lot out of it. That's the biggest thing. Okay. If you're not using all your hours in your day, you know, you getting gypped. You gypping yourself. Okay. If you're not you know, appreciating the job that you have, because you can be without, you're gypping yourself. Okay, these different mindset structures all start within. You know, if you ain't got these, if you're looking at things from you know, the cup is half empty instead of the cup is half full spectrum, then a lot of things are gonna be hard when it's time to leverage. Because you're gonna be looking at just the opening. You're not gonna be looking at the long-term end game. All right, and we all shooting to help ourselves in a way towards retirement. You know, so that's why every job we go to, they got retirement plans and 401k plans, because they're picturing you growing old with this company, right? They're picturing you aging, so they got all these different incentives there set up, packaged up for you. All right, but it don't mean that you gotta sit and in that nest egg and have only that for you when you get older. You can set your money up and set your finances up to help leverage and help you put yourself in a position to purchase and finance other assets, income producing assets, that is going to help you in your retirement, on your way towards, you know, that happily ever after. Okay, so I just wanted to go over that with you today, guys. And another thing I wanted to tab in with you is when you're checking your credit, you could use all different type of credit repair services out there. You got so many. Okay, we can start on so many different names. All right, you got big ballers in the game that's been doing this for years. You got smaller entities that's been doing it. Go with who you feel comfortable with. Okay, go with who you feel comfortable with. All right. Now, my biggest thing here is knowing what credit check tool to constantly look at, all right, as information that's accurate, that's congruent with what the lenders are going to be looking at. Because you don't want to sit there and look at Credit Karma. You don't want to sit there and look at, the Wells Fargo FICO overall app number. You want to look at Credit Check Total. Okay, Credit Check Total is going to tell you right away where you at, where you stand, and those are the numbers those algorithms that those guys use are the accurate numbers. Okay, that all the lenders are going to use. So now when you look at Credit Check Total, you get to see for yourself. Oh, this is where my credit is. Oh, this is what this car dealership is going to say. Oh, this is what this lender is going to say. Oh, this is whatever. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's exactly. Where the misunderstanding starts. People are looking at Credit Karma and they're like, oh, well, I have an 800. You don't have an 800, okay? Because according to Credit Check Total, the numbers there that the lenders are really going to be looking at, you only have you might have a 680, okay? You might have a 720, okay? But you get my gist, okay? So please, guys, just do your due diligence, do your homework. The information is out there for you. Not only through me, through a lot of other people. Feel free to continuously check in. And thank you. Have a nice day.